So I would like to wish all my Desert Storm brothers and sisters a happy 35-year anniversary. It's been a long time. Welcome to Walking Naturopathy Lane. My name is Michael Lane. I'm a board certified traditional naturopath and board certified master herbalist. And today we're going to unpack a topic that is often overlooked in the modern wellness conversation, and that's malnutrition. Now, when you hear the word malnutrition, most people think of starving populations or food insecurity in developing countries. And yes, that's part of the picture. But malnutrition is actually a much broader issue and is surprisingly common even in the Western world. So today, we'll dive deep into what malnutrition really means and how a naturopath evaluates it and what you can do to restore balance in your body. Malnutrition simply means poor nutrition. It can mean not getting enough nutrients or getting too much of the wrong ones. So it's not just about calories. You can be overweight and still be malnourished if your body isn't getting what it needs to thrive. Now, there are two main types of malnutrition. Undernutrition, when your intake of protein, energy, or micronutrients is too low, or you have overnutrition, often from excess calories with poor nutrient density. Think processed foods, high sugar, low fiber, lots of additives. And then there's micronutrient deficiency, which is incredibly common, especially deficiencies in iron, B12, vitamin D, magnesium, and zinc. These can cause fatigue, mood swings, weakened immunity, and a whole lot more. So how does malnutrition show up in real life? You might see it as constant fatigue, brittle hair or nails, cravings, poor wound healing, brain fog, anxiety or depression, hormonal imbalances, or frequent illness. A lot of people chalk these up to just aging or stress, but often it's the body waving a red flag. Hey, I'm missing something important. I need it. So, how does a naturopath look at malnutrition? As a traditional naturopath, I approach malnutrition holistically. Meaning I look at the whole picture: diet, digestion, lifestyle, stress, and even mindset. And here are the steps I usually follow with my clients: a detailed intake and nutritional history, what you're eating day to day, when you're eating day to day, food preferences, restrictions, and even emotional patterns, stress levels and energy patterns. Do you take an afternoon nap at the same time every day? Are you fatigued by 10 o'clock? Any signs of inflammation? Bloating, irregular bowels. It's not just what you eat, it's also how well you digest and absorb what you eat. So, signs of malabsorption. A lot of folks are eating healthy, but their bodies aren't absorbing the nutrients properly. Common causes: low stomach acid, dysbiosis in your microbiome, chronic stress shutting down digestion. There's a adage that I was reminded of when I was taking my prep course for my boards, that your body is not going to digest when it thinks it's going to be digested. So imagine getting chased by a bear. What's happening? You're not digesting food. You're running away to prevent you being digested. And medications also deplete some nutrients. So we look for signs like gas, bloating, undigested food in the stool, frequent fatigue after meals. We may even use hair mineral analysis or functional tests if needed. The body's clues. The body tells a story: dry skin, rigid nails, hair loss, white spots on the nails, cracked lips can all point to a specific deficiency. Cracks in the corners of the mouth are often a B2 deficiency. Pale inner eyelids, possibly low iron. Tingling in the hands or feet could be B12 or magnesium. It's a bit like detective work. You have to put the clues together to solve what the body's missing. So, what are the natural approaches to rebuilding a person to their optimal health? Once I identify the root issue, the goal is to rebuild. Not just patch you up and send you down the road. Here's how I typically approach it. Whole foods first. Naturopathy always starts with food. Why? Because food is information. It tells your body what to do. So I might recommend a mineral-rich broth for bone or vegetable broth, dark leafy greens for magnesium and iron, colorful fruits for antioxidants. For instance, cherries. I often recommend dark cherries. Healthy fats like avocado, coconut, ghee, and olive oil. Nuts and seeds. They're easier to digest, and they're full of fatty acids that your body can absorb. Fermented foods to improve the gut flora. I also make a couple of recommendations there. When it comes to meat, instead of beef, look at a majority of your diet coming from fish or chicken. I also like to reduce sugar, refined flours, processed oils, artificial sweeteners. Artificial sweeteners often go right through you, and your body's just going to throw water after it to lower the concentration. And we all know that the results of that is diarrhea. So, and then we also discuss supplements. Even with the best supplements in the world, you can't out-supplement a poor diet. So digestive support, if your gut isn't working right, nothing else will. I may use bitters before meals to stimulate digestion. I may recommend digestive enzymes to help you digest what is in your stomach. I will also recommend probiotics and fermented foods to restore the microbiome. And if there's inflammation, I may use ashwagandha, which originally translated from Sanskrit means smells like a horse, or marshmallow root if the inflammation is really bad. I may use them in combination. Often just supporting digestion boosts energy and improves absorption of critical nutrients. But there's some targeted supplementation. If you're low in, say, iron or B12, we can use targeted support. Always in the bioavailable form and combined with another nutrient to aid in absorption. But even here, I'm careful. Iron bisglycinate is gentler than typical iron pills, but I'm also going to put vitamin C with it. Methylated B vitamins are better absorbed, especially if somebody has the MTHFR mutation. Magnesium glycinate is easy on the gut, and it will definitely aid in sleep. Supplementation, though, is meant to restore, not be a crutch forever. So, malnutrition just doesn't come from poor foods. It also comes from poor sleep, constant stress, and overwork. Cortisol, your stress hormone, depletes B vitamins, magnesium like crazy. So, I look at, are you sleeping 7 to 9 hours a night? Are you eating in a relaxed state? Are you moving your body not as punishment, but as to just take care of it? Do you have a joy and connection in your life? All of these things really impact nutrient absorption and metabolism. So, what can you take away from this and use today? Let me give you a few takeaways you can start using right now. Chew 30 times. Chew thoroughly. Digestion starts in your mouth. It's mixed with saliva and enzymes to start the digestion process. Chew your food until it's almost liquid, especially proteins. Eat minerals, sea salt, greens, nuts, seeds, and broth go a long way in restoring this balance. Simplify your meals. Too many ingredients can overwhelm digestion. Try mono meals occasionally, just like cooked veggies with ghee and herbs. Keep food and a mood journal. Notice how different meals make you feel, physically and emotionally. That's your body's language. Avoid cold, raw foods if your digestion is sluggish. Warm, cooked, and spiced foods are easier to process, especially in colder months. So, my final thoughts. Malnutrition isn't always visible, but it's always there in some way, shape, or form. Sometimes it shows up quietly in your energy, your skin, your mood, and your ability to handle stress. As a naturopath, it's my job to help you reconnect your body's needs and teach you to heal from the inside out. With nourishing food, good digestion, herbal allies, and lifestyle support, you can rebuild your foundation of health. If this episode spoke to you, or if you're wondering whether you're getting the nutrients you need, I can invite you to visit naturopathyLane.com, where you can learn more or book an appointment if you're here in Nevada or Idaho, so we can get you on your journey to a better, healthier you. So don't forget to subscribe, leave a review if you enjoyed today's topic, share the episode with someone who might need a nutritional reset. Until next time, I'm Michael Lane. Stay grounded, stay curious, and stay well on Walking Naturopathy Lane.